Men get their hearts broken. Hypergamy is cutthroat as hell. Any of you guys who had your heart broke, which if you over here, you probably had your heart broke. Even me, who I consider myself pretty good with women. I told y'all guys, I had my beta male days where I was in scarcity. And when I say scarcity, I never was afraid to leave a woman. I just always felt like I had to be in a relationship. Like I couldn't be alone. All right, let's put it like that, right? And then I got out of that once I get like 27, 28. I developed the ability to be alone. But up to that point, right, I'm just scarcity out of I had to have a girlfriend. Like if I didn't have a girlfriend that comes from, like I tell you guys, I had no purpose in life. So for any of you guys that had a girlfriend, was in love, and she dumped you or whatever, don't think she dumped you so she can stay at home and watch The Price is Right by herself. She got a better option. Now, not just money, right? Maybe she met a man that showed more confidence than you, right? More alpha than you, more confidence than you. Then maybe you had it, then you lost it. Or hypergamy, maybe she met a man that was stronger than you mentally, right? Or maybe she met a guy that was more better looking than you. But whatever the case may be, right? All of that is hypergamy. Hypergamy say, bitch, do what's best for you. Fuck him. That's hypergamy. That's what hypergamy does. Hypergamy say, fuck him and his feelings. That's what hypergamy does. A woman could be, only time I think that don't come into play is when a woman is attached. Nobody is better looking than you then. I mean, you just the most gorgeous motherfucker in the world. No matter, you could be 400 pounds. If she attached, you motherfucker, you 200 pounds with abs. Like real shit. Like I done had girls attached to me even when I was in that basement and shit like that. And I'm telling you right now, when a woman is attached, you could be in a shithole basement, overweight, and you become the most gorgeous motherfucker in a mansion. I'm gonna tell you that shit right now. But outside of that, hypergamy is cutthroat. She would do what's the best interest of her. You run the risk of getting your heart broken. Hypergamy is the #1 reason men get their fucking heart broken. Okay? And some of you guys think hypergamy is just money. Whatever the best option is for her, that means she better motherfucker more confident than you, more smoother than you, whatever's her preference, whatever she values. All right? If her top thing is she values money, she meet a guy that got more money than you, and he's willing to spend. That's the thing y'all guys got to understand about the money aspect, right? Let's say I'm a millionaire, but I'm cheap than a motherfucker, right? And let's say this guy out here makes $500,000 a year, but motherfucker, he cake like a motherfucker. She gonna take that dude right there. She gonna take the dude that's $500 and gonna spend some money. See that $1 million, even though you make $1 million, you spend what? $2,000 on her, for her, $1,000 for her birthday, $1,000 for Christmas. This other dude, he spend that every week. So hypergamy say, I'm gonna go to the dude that's doing the best for me. Y'all guys gotta understand that. I think a lot of you guys just think like, oh, I got a house, I got a bigger house, I got a bigger car. What the fuck that mean for her? How much of that going in her pocket? If you a dude and you got a big house and a big car and you don't give a shit or do shit for her, but this dude over here who make $50,000 a year, but he give her $100 every fucking Friday or $150 every Friday or whatever, she gonna be with that dude there. Now you might attract her at first, right? But then after a while, she gonna start to realize, I ain't getting shit out of this. Y'all gotta say, well, AMS, how you know that? What the fuck, motherfucker? I use women hypergamy against them and they don't stay. Shit, I know goddamn well they probably ain't mean dudes who make more money than me. What they doing is, after a while, they realize this motherfucker don't give shit. He drive a nice car, he dress nice, he got a Rolex, and he don't do shit. I don't get shit. When I was dating this other guy, he used to buy me shoes, buy me a coat, and all this other shit, give me money, get my hat. This motherfucker don't give me a goddamn thing. And I guarantee you, that other dude probably don't make what I make, but he was more giving. That's the thing y'all guys got to understand. He spent more. All right, so you can lure in with hypergamy, but don't never expect it to last long, because after a while, a couple of months, you're going to start to realize this motherfucker don't give shit. Okay? But that's the thing. That's the #1 con to me with hypergamy. Men getting their heart broken. All right? Cutthroat. Hypergamy is cutthroat. Fuck your feelings. Cutthroat. Any of y'all guys ever try to get a girl back who done broke your heart? Watch how cold those bitches is. You like, don't this bitch know I'm sitting here sad and I'm contemplating suicide? She don't care. She don't care. Shit. Cutthroat the hell. Hang up in your goddamn face. She don't care. Hypergamy don't give a fuck. Hey, you need a blade? Shit, I got a blade for you. You don't give a fuck. The next one, guys, is makes them manipulative. All right. Hypergamy makes so that's what I was talking about with, on the other aspect up there with the feeding less hungry kids and stuff like that, makes them manipulative. All right, so that manipulative nature, that hypergamy, will make them waste your time while they're fucking the alpha. So the thing y'all guys got to understand with this is why women do that to beta males and stuff is y'all guys got to understand the alpha, which is me and a lot of you guys, is we on our purpose, we on our grind. We don't talk to these bitches. When we not with them and when they ain't bent over backwards and when they legs ain't open and when they ain't on their knees sucking our dick, we got very little use for them. Okay? And so in that time, what she got to do? She got to fill that void. What she got to do? Fill it with beta male providers. All right? And so, and the reason I say this, the reason why this is important, guys, is because and not so much for you guys. Y'all guys know, right? But guys who don't know about me and stuff like this, somebody right now, while I'm making this video, is on the phone with a girl or probably at the mall with a girl who has no fucking chance, but her hypergamy is allowing her to manipulate that guy just to fill space until she gets with the alpha. He has no fucking chance. Allows men to waste money, waste time, particularly with dates. What a woman will do is she'll go on a date with you, hypothetically with you, knowing you got very little chance, and she'll just let you take her out, and she's looking for the bigger deal. That's hypergamy, guys. She's looking for the bigger deal. So you taking out, you thinking you getting somewhere, and she all the time, she just taking other applications because she's like, hypergamy say, I can do better than this. Okay, guys, it's the same thing, you know, the man's hypergamy, the same thing what makes us fuck with a girl for a whole year or two, knowing damn well she ain't quality, girlfriend quality. We just buying time till we meet a girl that's girlfriend quality. All right, for all the women out there that's watching this video, if you've been with a guy for 3 years, 4 years, and he's still dating you or he ain't asked you to marry you, he know you're not the one. All right, he just buying time. The same way y'all buy time, how y'all will string a dude long, let him take you out and date him for a month. You just buying time. That we do the same fucking shit. Okay, guys. So that's the way that works, guys. The next one, guys, will be a lot of men depressed. So hypergamy causes women to only fuck the top percentage of men, which means that you're gonna have a large variety of men down here that gets nothing, which is crazy. It's you know, women greatly outnumber men, right, in this country, right? Every man theoretically should have 2 girls. And even with that, we still got probably 30-40% of guys who get nothing, while these guys up here are getting 20-30 girls a month or whatever, right? That is absolutely insane. That is just hypergamy. Hypergamy say, I'd rather fuck a winner than a lonely loser. And when I say loser, I just mean he ain't got no other women. That's hypergamy. That is insane to me. So I can have my own guy who's gonna be mine. I gotta share him with nobody. I'd rather fuck the dude that I gotta share him with 40 other women. That's crazy to me. I can't even grasp that understanding, that logic, but that's women for you. All right, guys. So, but as being that's why you have a lot of men depressed. So I'm glad that I got the platform where I got men on their purpose and becoming the best version of themselves. So it'll kill that depression. And so you say, well, AMS, so if you got every man on their purpose, wouldn't every man? Nope. Because at that point, the goalpost moves. So let's say every man in the world, 4 billion men or however many men in the world, every one of them got on their purpose and became more successful, right? Well, only thing that will happen is the goalpost will move. So then that top 10 to 20%, it will become more exclusive. That's the only thing that will happen. So you still will have the bottom 40%. Even if you have every man in America on their purpose, well, then they still gonna go for that top 10 to 20%. That's just gonna be a more exclusive club. That's the thing. They still would be the same fucking way. Even if every man in the world, had a 6-pack and had a 6-figure job, they still gonna go for them top 10 to 20% of men. Out of that, even though you have more men shit together, they still would rather fuck the men at the top. That's crazy. That's hypergamy. That's how crazy it is. So even if every man get on their purpose, you still gonna have the thing with that is, even if you one of those guys in that situation, even if you was one of the guys at the bottom, I would still recommend getting on your purpose and shit like that. Simply the fact it'll make you happy. And in that situation, maybe you wouldn't be like one of those guys at the top, but then you still will be able to get one of these women that aren't like that, because all women aren't like that, right? Because if all women were like that, then you would have half the men on earth would be virgins, right? So if you ain't a virgin and you know that you're not exactly an alpha male, then you know every woman is not like that, all right? But that's going to be the overwhelming majority of women. But if every woman was like that, then that logic would say that half the men on earth are virgins, and that's just not true. So that means that all women don't chase that top 10 to 20%, or maybe they ain't attractive enough to chase that top 10 to 20%, which is what most people say the logic is. You have to get the stragglers, the ones that left over, all right?